What is going on, everyone, and welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by. Real quick, if you didn't mind hitting a like on the video sometime during here, anytime really, that'd be cool. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you. We would love to have you. A whole bunch of people have already subscribed to the channel, and I think, you know, you don't do that if you hate it. So I'm assuming some of the stuff I say is pretty good. Anyway, I do apologize for, you know, the lack of how-tos as of lately. It's off season for me. You know, we don't even have the option really for anything indoor here in New York. The concrete race, but I've kind of went over that it's not really my thing. It doesn't mean I'm never going to do it, but it's really not my thing. But we don't have any real indoor dirt races or anything like that. It would be super if we did, and it might give me something to do during the winter, but we don't. So I'm kind of, all my stuff's just torn down, just kind of waiting for next season, and that'll kind of, once that happens, I'll try and do some stuff. I don't want to completely go without some how-tos all winter long, but just for the time being, everything just finished. I'm just kind of done with it. So I'm doing a little more of these theorems and, let's talk about different subjects, this and that type of videos. I just wanted to let you know where I'm at and why I haven't done any how-tos as of late. I guess I feel a little guilty because I haven't done that, so a little explanation. Anyway, by yourself or with a crew, I have experience with both things, and I thought we could talk about it. Okay, so for most of my racing career, if you want to call it that, I have done a lot of racing by myself. For the longest time, I stuffed my UAS cart into the back of my 2001 Caravan, took the seats out, put the cart in, packed everything around it, tires, prep, everything, tools, everything, and went to the races. Well, when I got to the races, I would have to have help setting my cart down. Obviously, somebody helped start the cart and all that stuff. And things really, hadn't changed up until about 6-7 years ago when my kart partner Walt came on board and we started doing things together. Then I started to get a little bit more of what is more enjoyable about racing. So when you are racing by yourself, I'm not saying it's not possible. It's very possible. I have an electric kart stand I'm looking at right now. Those things make it amazing. Pick the cart up, put the cart down, just charge your battery. You're pretty much good to go there. As far as starting the car, if you're in closed cart, pull start, regular start, whatever, I'm sure that's possible. I was able to, if I really needed to start my 252 stroke by myself because the idle was so low, it wouldn't take off on me. I could start it, run around, jump in the seat, and get going. So self-sufficient became just a way of the world for me. It is possible to do. You can do it. If that's what it takes to go racing, so be it. But when Walt came on board, it gives you a different dynamic. And we even have a third here that I'm going to mention here in a second. But when Walt came on, there was somebody to help wash tires, watch you race, tell you, hey, this is what I saw. Because when you're racing by yourself, you're tuning the kart to how you feel. You're butt dynoing, gear ratios. You're going through all this information by yourself, and it's a lot to take in, feel, and then apply to your next run to improve your kart, if necessary, if you need to make adjustments or whatever. So there's that. To whereas now I had somebody, go start me, that's great, and going up and watching, and I come off and say, man, it just looked like, I was getting a little tight off of 2, and he can say, you were entering shallow in 1 without me realizing that's what I was doing. That makes sense. If I was entering too low, I might have been coming off too high. Okay, so I need to widen my entrance coming into the turn to come off where I want to. Things like that. When somebody's giving you a second perspective on where you were, it's not that, you're up close and personal. You're driving the thing. You're feeling what it's doing, but somebody may be able to, objectively say, this is what I saw, and maybe that's why that happened. So the third thing I mentioned was when I raced with the pieces, Team Motorworks there, and I raced the clone kart. That was a true crew. That was a team effort if I've ever seen one, and that is the first time I've ever experienced that. My buddy Tommy or Walt or, somebody, us bantering about, setup and tires and what do we do here or there. This is great, but like the entire team was there. They had somebody wash my tires. Do you know, it almost made me feel not manly. I always wash my own tires, but they had Kelsey's boyfriend was there, and he was washing tires, scrubbing tires. I did my first set, and then I went over. I was like, "Hey, man, if you get tired, just let me know. I'll wash the tires." He's like, "No, this is my job. This is what I do here," and it made me feel a little uncomfortable, but also it was kind of nice, I guess, from that point of view. I said in the clone video, I had somebody change my oil. Not that I knew how to change the oil in a clone, but I watched him. I was just like, that's awesome. Now I know what to do. I'd have to get, how many ounces or whatever need to go in the engine, that type of thing. But it was something I didn't know what to do. There was multiple people watching me run and then asking me my feedback and saying, yes, it looks like you're doing that, but you're not entering here. You got to stay more wide open. You got to open up your corner a little bit. All these, one set of eyes was great. Multiple sets of eyes was amazing. And then the help when we got back, okay, take these tires off. You clean these tires. We're changing oil. Let's look at the gear. Oh, you need a couple teeth. Let's get that motor loosened up. Let's get it back. Let's get some teeth on there. I can understand why people, not only for the family aspect, the teammate aspect of everybody coming together to races and making it one, but as a driver, it was just like, holy crap, this is, I want it all the time now. Not that I want to be lazy and not wash my tires, but I can understand, I've always been not a loner, but somebody who is, I'll do it myself. I can handle it. I don't like to ask for help when I don't need it, because if I can do for myself, I'm always going to do it. But having that extra set of hands, having the extra knowledge, having all those things was really great. So I guess my suggestion is, yes, you can go racing by yourself. I did it for years. Very well, very possible, no problems there. But I suggest, if you can, reach out, hey man, somebody want to come out to the track, give me a hand this weekend. Help me wash tires, pit, maybe pay their entrance fee, maybe buy them a burger or something like that. That team aspect, having a helping hand there, having a second set of eyes watching, how close was that guy? That's another thing. While you're racing, were they running me down? Was I getting away? This is all information that, even if they're not that great at giving you information on, a chassis setup or anything like that, if it's somebody new, they can watch. How many cart lengths did I have on that guy? Were they closing on me? Was I closing on them? It looked to me like I was closing on them. Confirming that information. Am I headed in the right direction? This is all great stuff. So, bringing your friends, your family, everything, this, not only makes the experience of kart racing even better, but it can help you in the long run that you have a second hand, a second set of eyes, these things, to make your trip to the kart track even better than it was. We all love racing. We all love going fast. We love that aspect. But why not make it bigger? Why not make your absorption of knowledge and everything else, and maybe, you can get somebody else into it. That's, I guess that's the point of this video. I really enjoyed it. If I forever am only myself or only have one helping hand, that's perfectly fine. But that was really cool to be part of that team aspect. To come out of somebody else's trailer, drive their cart, but have my input and have their input, and all get together and work towards the common goal of actually winning. So there you go, guys. Like I said, I apologize. I haven't been doing a whole lot of how-tos lately. Just more of these let's talk about racing type of things. I always think I want to do a live stream, and I haven't I haven't convinced myself that's a good idea yet, but it's in there. I keep on thinking, well, maybe after the new year, maybe I'll do it on Sundays. Maybe I'll drop a video Sunday morning, and then 7 at night or something like that on Sunday evening, do a live stream for an hour. It's in my head. I'm having a hard time convincing myself to do it. I know I can do it, if I just go ahead and do it, but it's, talking to people. Ugh. So anyway, I really appreciate every single one of you coming by, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.